This is Tyler with the Road to Stardom YouTube channel, and today I'm out at Epcot because we are here to preview the new version of Test Track, which is currently in annual pass holder previews, and it opens to the public on July the 22nd. This is the third installment of this ride, Test Track 3.0. We're gonna experience it for the first time and give our thoughts and reviews on it and compare it to the previous two versions. I've been missing Test Track for a while. It closed about a year ago, so let's get in there and let's do this. Welcome to Epcot, everybody. We are out here today because we are doing the Test Track 3.0. It is time for my annual pass holder preview. Now, I'm pretty excited for this because it's been down for over a year now. I think it closed last June for this refurbishment. And this is the third time they're changing the story of the ride. So Test Track 1.0 was where it was like a real crash test site. You were like riding through like a warehouse with all the lights on, and you were running safety tests and all that kind of stuff. And then you did the speed test at the end. Test Track 2.0, the version we lost last year, was a lot darker. They made it a lot darker and a lot more neon and future looking. And the story of that one was you designed your own car and then you tested it out through an automated series of tests to see how your car performs against others. And for the third installment, I don't know anything about this one. At least when it comes to the story. The track, I believe, is identical to the previous two versions. So it's what's around the track that changed. So we're gonna go find out how the story changes and how the scenery changes. I'm pretty excited to do this because Test Track 2.0 I felt was a little bit lackluster in terms of scenery because it was very dark and there wasn't a whole lot to look at compared to the first version. This one, I'm hoping there's a little bit more light and a little bit more to see. They said that they're gonna be tapping into the themes of World of Motion for this one, which was the attraction that was there before Test Track 1.0. And I don't really know a whole lot about World of Motion, so to be honest, I know it was a dark ride, but I don't really know much about it otherwise, so I wouldn't be able to point out and tell you what was there and what wasn't. But all right, let's go do this. My return time has been called, so let's go do this ride. I'm excited. All right, there she is. Let's go do it. I just want to say spoiler alert, in case you want to experience this for yourself in person, I am going to be showing as much of the ride as I can and give my review and talking about what's inside. So if you don't want to know all that, I recommend you click away from this video right now and maybe go watch another one of my videos, maybe this one. All right, let's go in. This was done via virtual queue for the pass holder preview. I have heard rumors that it is not going to be opening with the virtual queue, and if it does, it probably won't last too long since this ride already existed. And I'm hoping the single rider line will still be there as well. Oh, I guess the check-in is over here somewhere. I think this is our guy here. It's a very hidden entrance, look at that. Nope, I was wrong again. I guess it's up by Mission Space that I go in. It's interesting. There it is. Now we can check in. Ooh, I've missed this ride. It's like the only thrill ride I do at Epcot, so I've missed this one. I'm kind of excited to see what they did with the queue, and I'm curious to see how long this takes, how long the line will be. I don't think it'll be very long because they're doing a whole week's worth of these and they're for pass holders only, so I don't expect too many people will be doing this at once. And today's a Wednesday, so it's a work day. You know, I wouldn't expect many pass holders to be here today, which is why I chose this day. Okay, I love the new costumes. Those are so nice. And here we go. That answers our question about single rider. It is still gonna be here because the sign is there. General Motors, it's no longer Chevrolet. Ooh. Oh, this is so much brighter and nicer. Oh my goodness. By the way, I know General Motors produces Chevrolet, so, but it's more than just Chevy now. We got spaceships in here. That is quite interesting. This is moving pretty quickly and there's no line in here. I like the chandeliers.
Hello everyone, welcome to Test Track. Once again, we are currently experiencing a brief delay and your experience will take longer than anticipated.
Looks like a smart car. I guess the ride just stopped, so we're experiencing a brief delay, they say, so we'll see if this takes long or not. I don't see any cars moving on the track up there. I like that you can see the track from inside, though. We've reached the line here. This used to be the pre-show room, I believe, where you like design your car. It looks like they took that away. Leave no trace. Remember that from Boy Scouts. From the earth. lasting progress. Well, we've been sitting here for about 5 minutes now. Nothing's moved. Hopefully we'll be moving soon. Oh, people are starting to move and I'm hearing rumbling, so I think that's a good sign. Yes, they're moving. Apparently we go up there. I didn't even realize that was part of the queue. We have a red line here. This looks like this will be merged for lightning lane and stuff. This is where merge used to be, and this will be the single rider line here. So the queue route is nearly the same, but that extra room is now there where the pre-show room used to be, where you design your car. Now it's this extra queue, so they have even more space for standby waiters. And hopefully that'll help the line so it doesn't back up outside as much. Somebody just went by in the single rider line. Should I have told them I was a single rider? Would that be a thing right now? Oh well, it was only about a 15-minute wait, not including the delay. But yes, we have reached the loading area. I'm gonna do my best not to talk on the ride, to not disturb other people, but I'm gonna do my best to film my experience. All right, here we go, Test Track 3.0.
The seatbelt check is around the corner. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened and your hands, arms, feet, and legs.
Whoa, you can see the queue from here. I love that actually. Because that means if it stalls again, you can see the ride, so you can know if it's moving or not.
Welcome, riders. I'll be your guide on today's journey.
And I'm your automated vehicle. Welcome to the test track.
Okay, well this scene didn't change at all.
We've always been dreaming about the road to tomorrow.
And now, we set a course for the future.
Before we can visualize tomorrow, we have to start by looking at the world of today a little differently.
That's where I can help. Let me show you how I see the world.
By using advanced cameras and sensors,
Wow.
vehicles are constantly scanning the road ahead, helping to prepare us for any surprises.
First speed, here we go. Whee! Whoa! Whoa!
Surprises, huh? I was built for this.
Wow.
Tomorrow's roads will be built with technology too, like inductive charging to help keep you powered up.
Second
Smart road
speed.
activated.
Yeah!
Power transfer complete.
Wow.
Smart roads are just the beginning. Imagine being able to customize your vehicle at home.
Can I show them?
Go for
This
it.
is cool.
First, select a new vehicle model.
What about this one?
Good choice. Now let's see how it looks.
Let's try another.
Wow, look at that.
That looks good with the third row.
And here's what I think you'll really love.
Oh, I could get used to this.
Now, how about
Wow,
we kick
look at
back
this.
and
It's like we're
enjoy the
outside.
ride?
Sure, it's always fun to be free.
Joyride time, they said. Oh, wow. Yeah. I like the music. Whoa. Watch for falling rocks.
Watch out!
Hey.
Told you, I got this.
Right.
All right, it's time for the
Our
speed
road might
course.
have twists and turns, but the future is always just around the corner.
And together, we keep moving forward, finding new ways to drive to a brighter tomorrow.
All right, guys, here we go. Hopefully I can hold on to you. Oh my God, look at this, holy crap. Whoa,
Go.
here we go. Yeah. Woo. Oh, it's so bright out here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they updated that. Whoa! Whoa! Oh yeah. That'll wake you up. Not too bad.
Our test drive might be
Oh yeah. Oh my
just
goodness.
ahead is the vehicle showcase.
Woohoo!
You can explore the
Wow,
latest
what a
innovations
rush.
from General Motors. Not to shift gears, but please remember to watch your step.
Okay, I don't like this
All
break
wheels
down
belong
the
to
down the
you.
ramp.
Hit the road. You see what I did there?
I think
Wow.
you should just leave the jokes to me.
Maybe you're right.
Woo.
Thanks for
Oh
joining
my
us.
goodness. Oh
See you
God.
in the
The
future.
brakes are still a little bit harsh. Oh my goodness gracious me. That was wonderful. Oh. Whoa. That messed up my hair a lot, huh? Wow, that was exciting. My legs are kind of wobbly and unstable right now. I feel very jelly-legged. Oh, here we get our photos. And they said we get complimentary photos for our Pass the preview, so I'll flash my photo right here.
Oh man, my eyes are closed. If there's no light, can we go back and do that again?
There's a crate!
This used to be where you could see how your car performed after designing it. Now it's just a wallpaper. This is like the projection you saw before you took off into the outdoor section. That's pretty cool. This looks very similar to how it was before. It's just a lot of Chevy and General Motor cars on display here. A lot more walking room though, because there used to be cars in the middle of this room, and there also used to be games and stuff too. Looks like those got taken away. Yeah, I never did any of those. Looks like they have like charging stations here for your phone, which is like hooked up to an electric car. That's pretty funny. Oh, the press penny machine. Anything good? Nothing really specific to Test Track, no. This is the closest one. The building is shaking and rattling as the cars go above us. Check this out, they got a new fuel rod kiosk here. I've never seen this design before. I guess you get your new one here, and you place your old one in here. And this is the eject. That's interesting. Well, all right. Excuse my horrible hair. All right, that was a good preview. Back into the rest of world discovery. All right, well, I think it's time to give our debrief, our thoughts and comments on how this version is different than the other two. So let's go find a place to sit down and chat a little bit. Okay, so initial thoughts. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was great. It was a fun experience. Was it better than 2.0? Yes, I believe it was. I think this is an improvement on the last version that we had. Is it better than 1.0? I don't know. I wish I remembered 1.0 a little bit better, but I did like the idea before of how it really felt like a test track, that you were really like testing cars as they would be tested in the real world, which is kind of a cool aspect. But this version was really cool. I liked so as you saw, there's like kind of a few main sections of the ride that you kind of go through. You go through the lift hill, which that didn't really change from 2.0 at all. It's still dark and blue, just it kind of looked exactly the same. But then you have the first speed test, then you have the second speed test. Then you go through what used to be the chambers, the cold chamber, the hot chamber, and the environmental chamber. During 2.0, I honestly don't know what that section was supposed to be. It was like testing, it was still like testing against like environmental things like heat and things, but you didn't really feel it as much like you did on the original test track. This version, it looks like they were just like showing you in different cars, which was kind of cool, but that felt a little bit That didn't feel as creative as it was in the first version. And then after the chambers, you start gaining speed and you start traveling more consistently at a higher speed. Then you dodge the truck, and then you reach the launch for the outside area where you go fast, then you do a small corner, then you turn around, and that's where you really launch, speed up, and then you do the bank around the building and you go back in. So those are kind of the main sections of the ride. So the first speed test was really cool with the lights of the buildings appearing near you. That was really neat. I thought that was pretty cool because like it was appearing like as if it was virtual reality. And then the second speed test was kind of similar. You kind of went through like, as I remember, you went through like arches or something like that. I liked how it was dark before you started going, and then as you went, like things started lighting up that were around you. That was pretty neat. I think that was pretty cool. And while I did like the 1.0 version where everything was on and you could see everything around you, it was like literally riding through a warehouse. I do think the darkness and those things appearing kind of adds to the thrill aspect a little bit. The chambers, again, like I said, was kind of like a little bit, I feel like that could have been a little bit more creative. I don't know why they got rid of the hot and cold thing, because I thought that was like, I feel like that could still work, but I don't know. And then when we got to the speed up part, I kind of liked how it felt like a joyride. I liked how the narrators kind of were like cheerful about this, like about like, hey, we get to, like they were all excited. You get to test a new car, like let's do this. The future is bright or whatever like that. That kind of made it feel a lot more like the Cars ride out in Disney California Adventure, the Radiator Springs Racers, because I really enjoy that ride a lot. I think that one's a little bit better than Test Track just because the outdoor section is just so much more fun. And the animatronics on that ride are really cool. But anyway, and then the speed test was exactly the same as it's always been. I mean, there's not really much to do with that. But so overall, I thought it was a good experience. Like I said, I think it's an improvement on 2.0. I think it's a better version than we had before. I don't know if I could say it was better than the first version that ever existed, but I do think it's a good improvement, and I will enjoy riding it again when it opens to the public on July the 22nd, and I think you guys will too. I do think there's a good thrill aspect of it still with it being so dark like that. On 2.0, it did feel a lot more intimidating the way it used to be presented to you, and now it feels a little bit more happy and cheerful, so it's not nearly as like intimidating as it used to be. 1.0 wasn't really intimidating at all either, like because they were just treating it like they were running tests, but like it still had a lot of anticipation built up to that final speed at the end, which is like a big adrenaline rush. So either way, it's still very enjoyable. And yes, the track was exactly the same as it's always been, as you saw. So yeah, I'm excited to see that their single rider line is still there. I did see more people coming through that as I got on the ride, so I guess I should have told them that when I got in the queue that I was a single rider, but oh well, I waited the half hour it took with the delay. Not bad, not bad. The queue is nice. I do like the queue. That's one thing I didn't talk about was the queue. It was a lot more open and vibrant and bright, and there was a lot more to look at, the screens and like the videos and stuff, and the new cars, and there's a few things to read, and it was a little bit more comfortable of an area to wait in, like aesthetically. Before it was kind of just like you felt like you were in a car shop, like a warehouse, like with the smell of rubber everywhere because they had like real cars in there with tires and stuff like that. And it was not always my favorite queue to wait in, but it seems to be a bit nicer now. And it is interesting that they took away the whole design your car aspect of it. You no longer do that. That's completely eradicated. It's just, you just ride the ride now. I don't really know if I picked up on exactly what the story was of this version. I know it was supposed to be a bit more futuristic and looking to the future, which I like because that's Epcot, but I didn't really follow it as much. There wasn't a whole lot of exposition that I picked up on in the queue. If there was, I don't know if there was, that like kind of set the frame for the story of the ride. I didn't really pick up on that myself. Again, I like the co-narrators. I thought it was pretty cool, like having them talk back and forth, and I think they were very nice voices to listen to while on the ride. And I know you're still like just running tests on a test track, but I didn't quite pick up what the story exactly was. So then I'll have to come back and figure that out when it opens to the public. But this was a good time. I enjoyed it. I'm glad we got to preview it. I think people are really going to enjoy this one. I think it's going to be good. Well, there you have it, folks. That is my first ride through and review of the new Test Track 3.0. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below and hit that subscribe button down there while you're at it. Helps grow the channel, helps let me know that you guys enjoy this kind of content that I produce. So thanks so much again. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you watching this far, and I'll see you next Sunday morning. Have a good one.